I'm 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and my child's father, all within a day of finding out that I was pregnant, that I may have an ectopic pregnancy, going to the emergency rooms, spending hours and hours and hours getting poked and prodded to find out that my baby's okay and in my uterus where they should be, and my hormone levels are where they should be. So, and within a day of finding all that out, the father of my child said he doesn't want this. He doesn't think this is a good idea, and he wants me to not keep the baby. Let me be very clear that my child's father was very aware of what was going on. This wasn't like nobody was trapped, he repeated over and over and over again how bad he wanted us to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to have a baby, how bad he wanted me to get pregnant. And then I get pregnant and he's like, no. And today he told me, well, listen, you have to get rid of the baby because I'm married. When we got together, thought we were getting divorced. I had requested a divorce. Things was done, I thought, but that didn't happen. And now I'm trying to work my marriage out. So you cannot have my baby. So now here we are. And I'm trying to keep my stress levels down because one of the reasons they thought it was or wanted to rule out it being ectopic pregnancy was because I was bleeding and still having a little bleeding issues. I'm trying to stay calm, keep the stress down so I don't harm my baby, but I'm just struggling because I'm trying to figure out why I needed this. Why I needed to be trying to ask God, like, why I needed to be bent and broken and snapped in this way. I was minding my business, y'all. That man was persistent to even get a chance with me. And we were damn near living together. And then to say, and now my poor baby. Poor baby. I didn't want this life for my baby. And you know what? I'm 41. I don't have any children. This is my first child. I didn't ever even think I wanted any. So I certainly wasn't trying to but now it's here. Just married the whole time. Intentionally got me pregnant. And once I got pregnant, told me I don't want nothing to do with this.
Hey lovelies, welcome back to yet another interesting episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, I came across this story today morning and it was quite interesting. This lady is 41 years old basically, and from what I'm getting, her and her husband agreed to have a baby. You know she's 41, right? They were not living together. She had never been to his house though, but somehow they agreed to have a baby anyway. She ends up getting pregnant and she finds out, that there's some complication, then goes to the ER and they rule out that it's not an ectopic pregnancy. She lets the man know that everything is okay. And you know what? That man lets her know that he's married and that he don't want the baby. And he been married this whole time and don't want the baby and working things out with his wife. You can't keep the baby and she's online crying. God, like what? I know I will be at the doctor's clinic for sure. I'm not lying. And I'm sorry to say this. And what killed me with a lot of y'all is having to bring up God and religion in this kind of story, and you know very well that this man has a wife and he will dump you together with your baby, but that don't stop you from somebody else's husband that's a married man. That's already giving you problems before the child even gets here. And then 9 months from now, you're gonna be the same person talking about how he's a deadbeat. And he already told you in the beginning that he don't want nothing to do with the child at a certain age. We just have to start taking accountability for nonsense. And this right here is a wild nonsense. All of this stuff that you're sitting online telling us that I will be telling the doctor, the clinic, while you know kind of everything. Because what will you be doing with the baby at the 41 years? Yes, she is your first baby or he's your first baby, but the dad doesn't accept the baby. Then you say you already have one girl. What's one more at a certain age? This some shit that I'm not going for. I'm sorry, I can't speak for everybody else, but man, I'm not going for it. Anyway, let's dive in, guys.
I'm 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and
Ectopic pregnancy with a married man who says he doesn't want the baby and you only 6 weeks? Girl, please. See, something I just don't get, like, the amount of things that can go wrong during a pregnancy. Like, why would you go through that for a dude who doesn't want to be in the child's life? Like, I would be at the clinic so fast. They would like I'd be at the clinic doing shooting star presses off the top. Like, come on, girl, please go get that taken care of.
I'm 6 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and
At first, when I watched this, I had some empathy. But as I seen her responses in the comments, I kept losing empathy. Because why are you 40, maybe 40 plus years old, and willing to give a man a baby just because he asked for it? And that same man came back and turned around and tell you that he wasn't ready for this because he's going back to his wife. And you still want to keep the baby. So at this point, you are signing up to be a single mother. Dry them tears the fuck up, babes. Dry them the fuck up. Stop asking why when you should have been asking, why did you let a man talk you into having his baby and you ain't had none at 40-something years old? At 41. I don't have any empathy. You want to keep this baby. This man is not going to have anything to do with this baby. And I'm starting to think that you're only doing it because he's married. It's more to it because I how did you not know that this man was married? Do y'all? And here's the thing: it's public records. I'm real quick to go to the public index and find out about a nigga. I am. And even though I'm going through divorce, thank God I didn't give this man no baby because I can't. I made that decision long ago at 23 that I wasn't giving no man no big ass head baby for me to take care of no more. And just at your big age, I feel like you shouldn't be going through this, is what I'm saying.
41, pregnant by a married man, and he told you he didn't want the baby. You thought he was getting a divorce. Girl, I know you didn't come on her and up her crying. Let me just take it back. Y'all listen to this. Listen to this right here.
well, listen, you have to get rid of the baby because actually, I'm married. When we got together, thought we were getting divorced. I had requested a divorce, things was done, I thought, but that didn't happen. And now I'm trying to work my marriage out, so you cannot have my baby. So now here we
I'm gonna just let y'all listen to this little bit. I'm gonna tag her right here. My thing is, y'all know I always root for the wife. Don't get me wrong. You know, sometimes we be in a little too long to be, but basically in the video, she explaining that they basically live together. And I can understand that depending on the husband, job or his situation. I don't know. I'm not trying to assume anything or anything like that, but girl, it should have been signs there. And then if him and his wife was together for so long, it's probably a certain routine that she used to where he gave you the little time that you had. But I'm pretty sure it was something there that's saying that he was married. I told y'all, every time I wake up in the middle of the night, a little bit thirsty, I come across some type of tea.
I'm at my mom's house because it's just comforting. I've been sick and just all day. And I don't know, if you just got a good mama, like, it's something about coming to mama's house that's just like soothes your soul. It's very comforting. But to clear something up, because I see some of you are being like real mean to me, or just under the impression, maybe my first video wasn't very clear, that I knew what was up with the man before having, conceiving our child. So, I'm sorry, before conceiving my child. But then we met and started talking, dating, all of that. It was, the standard, are you single? You say, okay, I'm single. We cleared that we were both single. Then we got into a relationship, and for all intents and purposes, it appeared that there was no one else. When I mentioned practically living together on the other video, it wasn't like we were practically living together, so we should have had a baby. No, I was speaking to the fact of like, there were no clear indicators to me that there was someone, not a wife. A wife? No. And we were with each other constantly, one or the other's place, or on the phone, FaceTime, whatever. We were behaving like people in a relationship. I'm not going to go through all of that. We were just behaving like people in a committed relationship, and then all in love, and, let's have a baby, baby. Okay, I'm 41, baby, maybe, baby. I'll just say, like, I didn't know. And then Tuesdays, when I went to urgent care for being sick, / Wednesday morning being in the ER, coming home, and Wednesday evening is when he said to me, or like late afternoon, I'm not ready for this. I don't want to have a baby, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, I went to the ER already. Like, I went through the scare of possible ectopic and all this stuff. Like, and we committed to this together. Like, what do you think? I'm just going to go do something that I didn't want to do? I didn't do this and like, it was an accident. It's like, oh crap, it broke. And now it was like, I laid down willingly and knowingly, signed, we both did. So I'm not gonna now let go of the responsibility. I would never like willingly and knowingly, not at this age and stage in my life, with somebody's spouse. You know what I mean? Because separated or not, I don't care if you separated and you're like, I hate her, I hate him. People reconcile through separation all the time. People sometimes go as far, drop the divorce papers, get close to, divorce time, and then reconcile and stay together, and it works out. So like, I understand that. But also, even if you never plan on reconciling, right? It's not about the other person. It's about, if you are just ending something big like a marriage, you need a little time, I feel like, for me. But I'm not judging anyone's journey, because trust me, for the last day and a half, I have been judged, just talked to so me, like, not even, am I a person? I don't know. But I just wanted to clear that up, because I feel like some people are under the impression that like I knew. I didn't know. It all happened at the same time. Like Wednesday he said he wasn't ready. Thursday he was like, all right, here's the truth. The truth is, when I met you, I was separated and I had asked for a divorce. Now that's not gonna happen. It's a complicated marriage. We're gonna work it out so you can't have this baby. I literally found out the same day I made the video. That's why I was so emotional and confused and all over the place, because it was like I had just found out that morning, and then the full day I was just like crying on and off and going, what the hell? I thought I was in a relationship with a person, and like we decided to have a baby, and now you're like, I got a whole like life that don't involve you, and I don't want it to involve you or this baby. It was just a lot that day, like a lot, but it was all at the same time. It was not, I didn't know. I didn't go into it knowing that he had a spouse. That's not for me. Here we are. This is just where we are. And if you were to go through my page, you maybe see some images or some things, some videos that I've done over the course of some time, regarding just my story and my life and my journey. Like October of this year, I will have 5 years of sobriety. God delivered me from the dips and the depths and the pit of addiction. I was in the pit of hell. Now, yes, the circumstances around this mess, but that ain't God. That was people. That was me not asking for discernment. Me not saying, who sent this man? God, did you send him? Is it for me? That's me and my getting caught up in the whirlwind and being all in love and love, my man. That's what that is. But the baby itself, because God creates life, this ain't from the enemy. This is God creating life in me and probably at the right exact time. He couldn't have gave it to me earlier. I was on drugs for many, many years. My child wouldn't have made it or would have been taken by CPS or something. So there's no way. I also had way worse jobs and things like that. Like, I have a good career now, that I'm proud of. I work in IT. Like, I have my own place. Like, I'm just in a far better place. And no, it's not ideal. But again, that was me. That wasn't God. And the way my life is going to be blessed, and the way things are just going to, God just likes showing out. He does. He loves for to make you an anomaly. He loves to make people an anomaly. I know that. I've seen it. Friends, family, people sicker than sick. And then the doctors come back and they're just in awe. Scans clear, labs clear, everything clear. God loved to show off. So this circumstance and everything surrounding it is a whirlwind of a mess that me and the Lord will sort out. But he gonna show out.
Welcome back, guys. So, I don't know if this lady will get some kind of help, because if this man is married, right? You pregnant, and he has already told you that he don't want nothing to do with the baby. You are already 6 weeks pregnant. You are in the first trimester. And that sixth week is where everything gets so wild. The morning sickness, all the cravings, the hormonal imbalance sometimes. Like, girl, this woman is suffering right now. She needs some emotional support. If you have ever been pregnant, you know how wild the first trimester is. It's not a joke. It's something which can drive you crazy. But if the man who impregnated you right now abandons you, that he doesn't want anything to do with that baby, where will you get that emotional support? From your family? From your brother? From your dad? From your sister or mom? Or where are you going to get it? Because coming online to tell such kind of stories, and you know the kind of generation we are currently at, they're not going to buy it for sure. Nowadays, men just want to impregnate women, then they dump them there. They don't want even to take custody of their kids. They want that woman to take full custody of the kid, take care of the kid with everything. Like, honestly, what's wrong with some men? And if this woman actually was not ready to give birth, or was not ready to have a baby, or knew that the man had a wife, why did she went ahead to get pregnant? But perhaps it wasn't her mistake, because maybe she knew that the man didn't have a wife. But men sometimes can be so wild, for sure. You know very well you have a wife somewhere and you are busy dating a woman or a girl somewhere just to ruin her life. Honestly, God will punish some men, because what is this kind of unwarranted nonsensical stimuli? I have a son, but I have to teach my son the right way, that you should not be doing this to a woman. It will hurt her. I don't want my son to heartbreak women. I want him to be a straight boy. But the kind of things that men are doing outside here, if they can't control themselves, if they can't have one woman to satisfy them, to take care of the women, to take care of their babies, why must they go ahead and have babies? See the life of this woman right now. Even there is this clip of this man I inserted here. You heard whatever she told the lady? That, girl, you are still 6 weeks pregnant. It's still very early. Don't wait. But if she can take care of the baby, yes, babies are gifts from God. I understand. But it reaches a point that we should not be bringing religion to some kind of stuff, because you are the one who is going to suffer alone. During labor, where you expect that emotional support, that physical support from the man who impregnated you, you are alone. You will be alone in the labor room. Even if you go to the theater, I'm not wishing her to go to the theater, to the CS. No, I'm just saying during the labor period. It's so wild. You need this man literally to rub your back, to give you support, to assure you that everything is going to be okay. But now he's nowhere to be seen. He has abandoned you. Then some men always do this. They just wait for you to give birth to that baby. Then they take away the baby from you and you remain there like that. Emotional torture, right? Women, we actually need to be careful. Some men are not understanding outside here. I'm not generalizing men. I'm saying some. Don't come for me, please. I'm sorry. Some men are not good outside here. They're not caring. They just want to use those their pens to draw everywhere. After drawing, they dump you there. But if you have a fruitful gift, they want to see him or her that, oh, I have a baby somewhere, I have a king somewhere. Like what? Anyway, I don't want to talk much, guys. What do you think about this situation? And which kind of advice can you give this lady? Should she keep the baby or otherwise? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I honestly appreciate it, and sorry for ranting because sometimes I always feel like men deserve some whips. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Until next time, guys, see you on my next episode. My name is Judy. Bye.